Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TFE, a weekly news update show covering movies, games, and tech field with thoughts, feelings, and emotions from your two hosts, Dan and Danny. And in this week's episode, Elon Musk is making murder robots, COD is new, but probably still bad, and we finally care about the new Eternals film. But first of all, we're going to be going through our rapid review of What If Episode 2.
Yes. Hello. How are you? Spoilers ahead.
Yes, of course.
This is a probably better episode, but for different reasons than the other one. Because this one does different stuff. Because it isn't just Guardians of the Galaxy again.
Yes, I mean, the first one, my main criticism was it was just the first Avenger, condensed down to 20 minutes.
Also, some of the voice acting is very weird in it. Because they don't have some of the original characters, and then some of the original characters sound very different. Whereas in this...
Yeah.
They got all the original people, and the ones that don't sound very similar. So, hey, why not? Also, more Duck. There's more
Yes,
Duck
Howard the Duck. We all love Howard the Duck.
Yeah, Seth Green. That guy.
I don't know who that is, and I still don't know who that is.
You'll know when you see his face.
Will I?
Yeah, Google him. You'll know what he looks like.
Green.
Mm-hmm. He's that guy. Have you watched the Scooby-Doo films?
The old ones. Oh, is that?
Yeah, see, you know who he is.
Wait, is it?
You watched Austin Powers? You know who he is.
Yeah, is that the one in the second
that guy.
Scooby-Doo film, right? Yeah,
Yes.
the second one, yeah.
Yeah, he's in the second one. He's also Dr. Evil's son in the Austin Powers movies.
I have not seen Austin Powers.
Neither have I, but I still know who he is. He's in the Italian Job, the Michael... Michael... No, what's the guy from Transformers? Not the other one. Keep going Michael Bay, but that's not the guy. The
Mark
Wahlberg. That's the one. He's in the Mark Wahlberg reboot of the Italian Job with Charlize Theron, Jason Statham, Edward Norton's in it. Star-studded cast, terrible movie.
Huh. Anyway, back to What If, because that is a bit of a tangent.
Yeah. Star-studded cast. We got Josh Brolin returning, Karen Gillan, Chadwick Boseman's sad last performance. Not Dave Bautista, but a guy who sounds like Dave Bautista.
I didn't realize that. I thought it was Dave Bautista.
Well, apparently Dave Bautista wasn't reached out to reprise his role, but what probably happened is, or at least what Marvel is saying, they did reach out to him, but it goes through like so many layers to reach him, he probably just didn't get it in time, and that's so I imagine they'll...
Yeah, it's probably just because Dave Bautista caused problems for Marvel, and Marvel let's just kind of start cutting our ties with him now.
Why? What's he done?
Well, he keeps talking out about things. He keeps criticizing Disney, and Disney don't like it.
Yeah, maybe. But this episode's a lot of fun. We get Thanos being just convinced by Star-Lord Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther to just give up genocide, Just
yeah.
And then people are complaining that they debuffed Thanos. He's not that big of a threat because he gets beaten by his own,
Yes, I do agree. There is a problem with that.
Well, no, because if you think about it, if he stopped being power hungry, he stopped trying to gain power. And the whole reason he's after the Infinity Stones is to get power. So he also genetically engineers himself to become stronger. And so depending on when he gets to Thanos before that, if he stopped him... If he stopped him in 2014, which is when Guardians of the Galaxy takes place, if he stopped him before that, which it clearly is because it takes place in 2014, he's not doing...
Are you sure this episode takes place 2014? It doesn't say that. It might take place after that.
Well, no, this is when Guardians of the Galaxy takes place. So I imagine this takes place around the same time because it's 20 years after. Because if you think about it, when he gets taken, then it's 20 years later, and so it's like 1984 or whatever, and then 20 years later or whatever it is to make it 20 years later, 2014.
Oh, maybe it is then.
Yeah. I like a heist though. I love the premise of a heist.
I do like a good heist.
And then there's betrayals and betrayals, and then the big bad on this episode is the Collector.
Yes, it kind of makes up for the lack of enthusiasm. Is that the right word? Or the lack of...
Presence?
Yeah, lack of presence, lack of sinisterness in the live action.
Yeah, because when Thanos stops being power-hungry Mad Titan, there's a power vacuum. And so the Collector takes that role.
Yes, there must always be a nut job to take the place of a nut job.
Yes. And speaking of nut jobs, we get at the end, because Peter Quill didn't get taken... We get Ego coming back down to a grown-up Peter Quill.
Probably a hint towards another episode.
Yes. So this might be our first hint that these episodes are all going to be interconnected.
I think our first hint was probably last week when Peggy Carter came back out.
Yeah, but also I like the collector because the collector can just have Easter eggs in the background for no real reason except Easter eggs. And this one, there's an Easter egg in this that's the Captain America shield and Thor's hammer, and it's like, so did Peggy Carter just lose the shield? Or
Well, I
did
don't think
Captain
all these are in
America
the same universe.
Yeah. So what happened? Because T'Challa saved the space, Earth just got fucked, and the collector just came down and beat the shit out of Thanos.
That is a problem with this What If series. It doesn't explain these weird things.
Yeah. What'd you think about Yondu? Because we got Yondu again. Not as cunty, I guess.
No, but that's the whole point of T'Challa as Star-Lord.
Yeah.
It makes everyone a better person.
Yeah. I do like that. I like how it just shows how shit Star-Lord is.
Well, it's
Just
probably
generally.
because it actually does make sense in a way because T'Challa
yeah,
was brought up as a king.
Prince. Yeah, he's a prince and grown up, taught to be a king and taught to respect people, whereas Peter Quill is just a kid.
Yeah, more of a working class family, sort of like take what you can
His
get.
mum- That's the one thing I think is the funny thing if you take this whole thing, is Peter Quill runs out after his mum dies of cancer, and he runs out to the field, and then what does he do afterwards? Just gets up and turns around and just goes back in?
Yeah,
'Cause it's just like, there's no spaceship to take him to space. It's just like, oh, what do I do now? Just stand up, turn around, and go back in?
yeah.
And then work at a Dairy Queen, apparently.
Apparently so, but you know, like I said, that will be a future episode. This one was much better than the first one. Like we have
Yeah.
said this.
I like it when I just think it's when they go off and they just do something completely different rather than the rehash of the same one. But
Yes.
I understand why they did a rehash of the first one, because it's like ease people in, minor changes, and then you can go crazy in the next couple. And I look forward to what they do next, basically, because it's interesting.
It is interesting.
Also, it really pisses me off when they do the intro and all the names go over the characters, and the character and the names aren't lined up. Because you got Josh Brolin going over Iron Man, you got fucking Captain Carol Danvers going over like Chadwick Boseman and all of that. Ugh, it's just a weird thing. Also, nice little dedication at the end for Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah.
Where it's just title card, and it's just like, for our friend or whatever it was. Just nice. Good
If
little
I
send-off.
look at IMDb scores, the first one was 7.3, and then the second one is 8.5.
Mm-hmm.
So
I tend to judge all of this if it is interconnected as like one whole cohesive thing, and then episodes are like highlights.
I mean,
'Cause you
I
can't
imagine
really
if they
judge it.
are all interconnected, it might be the last episode that connects them all.
No, I feel like it because there's Peggy Carter and Doctor Strange are doing stuff together. So
Yes, but I don't
I
think they're
imagine
all going to be all connected in the same universe. What I'm trying to say.
oh yeah, probably they'll be crossing over, and then there'll be a big bad. Do you reckon it's going to be Ego, or do you reckon it's going to be multiple villains?
I reckon it's Ultron.
Maybe, but what's the twist of Ego? Because Ego, why would they set that up? And they got to pay that off.
Yes, true, but I still think it's Ultron.
I think they could do Sinister Six, but Marvel villains all team up.
Yeah, maybe. We'll wait and see. Or maybe they're just
also-
setting up Multiverse and Madness.
Maybe it ties in. Maybe there's a scene in Multiverse of Madness where he goes to the cartoon dimension, and that
I kind of
character
don't
is-
want that.
Well, that's what people want from Spider-Man. They're like, oh, tie in Spider-Verse into it. I'm like, why?
I don't really want that. I like
I think
those
it'd be
things
funny.
staying
Roger
separate.
Rabbit style, or Space Jam, a new legacy for the
No,
modern day.
no.
Yeah.
The reason why this cartoon is because cartoons are easy to make, not because it's...
They're not easy to make now.
No, okay, they're cheaper to make and they don't take as long.
No, cartoons take longer than modern films.
No, they don't.
They take they do.
What, the whole production, 3 years of one film, of
Yeah,
one 2-hour
cartoons take
film.
depends on how long the film is, because they take ages to make.
It's not that long.
But movies take about 6 months. Films
It
take
depends,
about
depends on the cartoon.
Animated movies take about 2 years. Movie productions take about 6 months. Because it takes a long time to do animation. And that's why most animated movies are like an hour and a half, because they don't want to go over.
Okay, I'm definitely wrong. Spider-Verse took 800 people 4 years.
Yep, told you. It's not easy to make animation, Tan.
It's probably
It's
so
why-
cheaper, though, maybe.
Well, yeah, you're only paying for voice acting and then paying 800 people 4 years worth of salary.
Actually, to be fair, 800 people is not that many. Most films, like 10,000.
Yeah. I imagine this took a fucking long time as well.
Probably. Imagine how long they'd keep a secret.
Oh, it'd be fucking long. And speaking of secrets, we're finally getting some secrets revealed in trailers, Dan.
Yes, so let's go on to Stream That Movie News Into My Head. And we're going to discuss the new Eternals trailer.
Yes. This one's actually made me interested.
Yeah, this trailer was great.
Because
Nothing
I
else to
like
say,
the
really.
design of the Eternals.
The whole-
No, not the Eternals.
The whole premise
it
as well has been more clear and obvious. It gives an actual storyline to it. explains some of the loopholes or things.
Yeah, so rather than, hey, why did the Eternals not interfere? They gave us the vaguest answer of, we can't do anything except if deviants are involved.
Yeah,
We got
they're just
banned
told
by
not
our
to.
Big Daddy.
Yeah, not to interfere with the universe events other than if it's like another dimension, I believe, like a dimensional creature.
Well, in the comics, the fucking, what the fuck are they called? I said it literally 2 seconds ago. The deviants are created by the Sentinels. I think it's Sentinels. Am I crazy?
It's not Sentinels. Sentinels or something else. It's Celestials, you mean?
Celestials, that's the one. Marvel words all made up, you know.
Aren't all words made up?
They're just, yes, as Four said, all words are made up. Yeah, Celestials created the Eternals and the Deviants, and they basically went, hey, look, you fight, and then unless and whatnot. It's very complicated. I imagine this movie is going to have a lot of heavy lifting to try and explain it.
Well, they did sort of start it in Guardians.
Yes, because you get glimpses of it when you're in the collector's room, and it's how because the Celestials created the Infinity Stones.
Yes.
Well, the Infinity Stones created. Also, Ego is the remnants of a Celestial because it's the head, and the Nowhere is the head of a Celestial.
It's all gonna be crazy. Marvel's about to go absolutely more crazy than it already was.
Question is though, because of the TVA, are the TVA more powerful than the Celestials?
Yes.
Because
are
they?
Yes, they are.
Because would they not be able to take on Kang
In the Celestials could take on Kang. However, they have to be
if
in
they
the
got taken
TVA.
out- Yeah.
So the TVA is still more powerful because the TVA can control when the Celestials do things.
No, they can only because they only come in and stop it. But I imagine because the thing that I found in the Loki series was that the TVA only really have power when they're in the TVA, because when Lady Loki comes in, she kicks their asses in the real world dimensions, but then as soon as they're in the TVA, they have her on lockdown.
Well, same as Celestials, I imagine. TVA, as soon as they go into the TVA, it's not like they're not able to do anything.
Yeah,
anymore.
but how are you going to get the Celestials into the TVA? Like,
Well, I'm not. I imagine you could.
I'm sure they could, but it would be a fucking struggle.
It would.
Like, I imagine how many times they fucking got their asses beat trying to take on a Thanos who didn't want to take over the world. Chadwick Boseman style. I gave up.
Anyway, the design of everything looks a lot better. The CGI looks quite clean in this.
Well, they've had an extra year if they wanted to touch it up.
Yes, the CGI
That's the
does
thing
look
that's what I've always found. It's like, oh, we stopped filming. Well, you could keep going on the CGI, touch it up, make it really good. You have an extra year now, and then, make it all clean.
Yeah, but it does cost more money. Like, budget's reached. Don't really want to spend any more money.
I know, but if you have like a little bit of dodgy, you could just go, let's touch that up in the meantime. Just get it perfect. Like, imagine if Star Wars for The Mandalorian, they had a bit more time to touch it up, a bit more time to hire that YouTuber who did the deep fake for Luke Skywalker's face.
Did you feel watching this trailer? It feels more of a not so much of a Marvel film as much as it's just an actual blockbuster film that you get from somewhere else, possibly even. Something like
DC?
Well, no, I was thinking maybe something more like an Oscar-winning film. It feels like it's going to be more of a...
No.
I got that vibe from it. I could tell it was done by like an Oscar-winning director or writer.
It certainly has a visual style, don't get me wrong, but it is very Marvel.
But I was watching the trailer, and if you compare it to sort of the older properties, it feels completely different to me.
Well, it's a lot of grand, like, wide shots of, like, environments, which is always Oscar bait. Like, Oscar movies are heavily, here's a scenic, like, shot, wide angle, just here's the environment, here's characters standing in a distance, walking in a background, and it's all just that. Like, The Revenant and all of those sorts of Oscar-winning movies are just wide open shots, because the Oscars hate close-ups and, like, close quarters, like, action. And it's just like, here's this wide open shot. That's difficult to do, because you have to have the sun and shit. And it's just like, cool.
Which was the first Marvel Studios property to win an Oscar?
Oh, fuck.
Was it Endgame?
Well, I think a bunch of them have won Oscars, but not for, like, none of them have won Best Picture.
No, none of them have. However...
They've won, like, for visual effects. That's most of the ones they win. And music, I think.
I mean, I still doubt this one will have Best Picture, because Best Picture tends to be, you need to cover...
Oh, yeah, they'll never give a superhero, except for the Dark Knight Best Picture nomination.
Well, it's just because best pictures are usually you have to do something like real,
an actor has to die.
or no, real day issues. I mean, so like sort of sexism or racism or homophobic
This has
people.
got.
You have to have something like that to win best picture. That's what it seems like recent years.
Oh yeah, they want to be politically correct, but they fuck it up every time.
Yeah, it seems like if it's just a story about superheroes, it's like no. It has to be something
Unless
to
an actor
move
dies
the
of a
world
drug
or something.
overdose.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking forward to this one now. It looks interesting.
Oh no, actually, here we go. I've got a list here. They've actually won 15 Oscars.
Yeah, they've won Oscars. They've just never won for Best Picture. Whereas DC.
Oh no,
has.
so they were nominated for 15. They actually only won 3.
Oh no, wait, they didn't win Best Picture. They won Best Actor, didn't they?
Yeah, they got nominated for 15, and the 3 they won was all in Black Panther.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Because the Oscars wants to be politically correct.
Exactly. It has to cover something like racism, homophobic, sexism, something like that. It just has to cover that to win anything.
Well, speaking of Black Panther, Dan, Panther 2 will introduce Ironheart before Disney Plus show. So Ironheart is Riri Williams, which is a black girl from, I guess now Wakanda, who finds an Iron Man suit and basically has the AI of Tony Stark because he uploaded his consciousness, helping her become a superhero.
It might not be. It may be that she has it, but then because Wakanda's now open to the world,
Well, no,
right?
that's the comic. That's the comics, and this is probably gonna deviate wildly from this.
Probably, but Wakanda is now open up to the world.
Yeah.
So maybe
but I
she
still imagine
goes to.
They'll do the backwards thing of having black character be from Wakanda, the country of the black people. The United States, no. It'll be like a foreign exchange student thing where she's from Wakanda, she comes to America, finds an Iron Man thing. Rhodey's there because of a black character, you gotta have that other black character help. But yeah, no, this is interesting. They're definitely interconnecting all their TV shows to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Which means, when does Black Panther 2 come out? It's like 2024?
Yes, maybe it'll win more Oscars. It probably will.
Oh, they don't have Chadwick Boseman, though. Why would they win?
Oh, also, Black Panther did also get nominated for Best Picture. It's the only Marvel film to get nominated for Best Picture.
Yes. Again. Like, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's still not the best Marvel movie.
No, it's not. But it's because
it's a very enjoyable
tones.
movie. It's high tier Marvel. It's just not the best Marvel. That's still Iron Man 1, mate.
It's a debatable argument which is the best Marvel film.
Yes. What was I looking up? I was looking up Marvel release dates.
Yes, so Ironheart does have her own Disney Plus show, so it is interesting that this is showing up beforehand. I do wonder how it's going to get introduced into the film.
Black Panther is set for 2022, July 7th.
There's so many films coming out next year for Marvel.
That doesn't seem right. Also, Ironheart doesn't have an announcement yet, so who knows? But yeah, it looks... I don't know. I feel like this is cool. I think they've already cast Ironheart. I think that was cast a while back. I can't remember who it is. Angela Bassett. Winston Duke. Okay, these are all the people from... so wait, hang on. So... Someone called Fawn. Demeek Fawn. There we go. Ironheart star Demeek Fawn will make her MCU debut as Riri Williams in Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So they have cast Ironheart.
Yes, so she will get her own Disney Plus show at some point.
Maybe I'll like her more than I like Iron Man.
I very much doubt it. There's no way.
You never know.
Nah, there's no chance. Like, you get a hard one
there's
over
no
Robert
chance.
Downey Jr., right? If you see
Hell
Robert
yeah.
Downey Jr. coming back, you're like, you're getting a hard one straight away.
Yeah. If they ever announce it, I'm coming in a corner looking at a picture. Yeah, it's a thing.
Anyway, talk about Disney
I never do
Plus.
it.
Star Wars has got a new Disney Plus property of Star Wars Visions, the anime show
Yes.
for Star Wars.
So we've spoken about this before, but we haven't had a full trailer yet. And you hate it.
I despise it. I really hate it.
But that's because you hate anime anyway.
Yes, it is. Yes.
I'm not the biggest fan of anime, and some of these look really dumb and stupid, but I'll probably watch all of them. But some of them look cool, and I like some of the shots in it. And it's just dumb, stupid anime shit, but Star Wars. And there's a rabbit girl.
Yeah, furries are loving it all.
Oh, yeah. But it does have some fucking sick shots in some of this. And then there's just some stupid shots that are anime inspired, and I'm just like...
See, I'm like that for the whole trailer.
Really? There's no shot that you like?
No, it all
There's not
annoys
a
me.
single thing. Why?
It just all annoys me.
Fair enough.
I just hate
Maybe
anime
because you don't
style of cartoons. It's just not my thing. I just don't like anime.
But you like hentai, so that confuses me.
I never said that. At no point have I ever said that.
Uh-huh. That seems like someone who would like hentai would say. I don't know what hentai is. Oh, I've never watched it.
I know what it is.
Uh-huh. Because you watch it, yeah?
No, I don't. I don't watch any kind of...
Deflecting. I get it, yes. It's okay, Dan. We all know you watch it. It's fine. All those tentacles crawling up
Oh
that
God,
girl's
no,
butthole.
no, please, no,
You know,
please, I
it's
beg.
fine.
Please, shut up.
All those censored vages and peens. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine to talk about. Just don't talk about the other one.
Those young girls who are meant to be 800 years old. It's all good. We know you're King Stan. It's fine. It's fine. Speaking of fine, teenage ass.
What?
Hotel Transylvania. I don't know. Is Hotel Transylvania a teenage thing?
No.
Oh, okay. I don't fucking know. I've never watched any of them. Hotel Transylvania 4, skipping theaters as Sony nears over a $1 million deal with Amazon.
I mean, the daughter's 118 years old in the first film.
Cool. How old's the other dude?
I don't know, like 20.
Oh, that's gross.
He is a
That's
large
child.
Yeah. Well, one is a human, one's a vampire.
That's so gross. Isn't the premise of the other one that he becomes a monster now?
This is the new one, yes, where he becomes a
Yeah.
monster.
And Amazon's gonna get it, Dan, so we can watch it.
I hate how this is a franchise. I don't know how this has happened. How has this happened? How has it become a
It made money because it's a kids' film. And kids' films make money because kids are stupid and don't know what movies are worth.
Yeah, but I don't think it's actually because of... I think it's to do more family-based rather than kids' films.
Yeah, that's how you get your money. You make a kids' film that's all fun and games.
Because isn't technically Spider-Verse a kids' film?
Yeah, but that had competent people on it.
Also, I'm
Whereas
pretty sure
most kids'
Hotel
films are
Transylvania
people who don't...
probably didn't take as long as
Oh, I doubt it.
Marvel films had to make.
I doubt it at all. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this, except I will never watch them even if they are on Amazon. But $100 million is a lot of money to pay for Hotel Transylvania 2.
Do you know what the sad fact is? If it does come on Amazon, I'm going to watch it. Because I will
the
put...
TV series on Netflix?
No, I don't know. There was a TV show on Netflix. I don't want to watch that one. That sounds terrible.
I think there's always a...
I'm sure there isn't.
Is it DreamWorks? Is that DreamWorks?
It's not DreamWorks who
British.
makes it. It's Sony Animation.
Oh yeah. But there's always a hotel. Yeah, there's a hotel. There's Hotel Transylvania 1, Hotel Transylvania 2. Is there a TV show? Yeah, Hotel Transylvania, the TV series from 2017. It has it has a lot of episodes. That is a lot of episodes. Anyway, that is a thing that exists.
I didn't even know this. They've recast Count Dracula in the new one. It hasn't got Adam Sandler anymore.
Oh, who is it?
It's Brian Ho.
Who?
Brian Ho.
I don't know who that is.
Neither do I. It's
Well.
probably a lot cheaper. It's a voice actor. It was actually an impressionist.
Oh, well, he's doing an Adam Sandler impression then.
Yeah,
for him.
I mean, he's probably just a very good voice actor. Can do things like this.
I mean, it's
probably
not
because
hard.
Adam Sandler was like, "No, I can't be doing this anymore. This is terrible. I don't want to do
Well,
this."
Selena Gomez is still in it. She's far too good for that franchise.
Yeah, but Selena Gomez she's more of a actress anyway. I didn't realize that's Andy Samberg,
Who?
Jonathan, the teenager who she marries.
Oh.
I didn't know that's Andy Samberg.
He's in a lot of animated things that I keep forgetting he's in. He's in a film he's in a film about a monkey who goes to space. I don't remember what that's called. I think it's just Space Monkey or something. And it confused the fuck out of me. And then I think the guy who does SpongeBob did the sequel instead of Andy Samberg. Fun facts for the day, kids. Andy Samberg was in a film about a monkey going to space, and then in the sequel they got the guy from SpongeBob to do Andy Samberg's character.
Why do I feel like Hotel Transylvania's won an Oscar?
Maybe for animated, because Hollywood again doesn't understand entertainment and does shit wrong. It's just sad.
No, I never
Sad,
won it, but
sad life.
they have won some things. They've won Kids' Choice Award and BMI Film.
Have they won any Razzies?
No, I don't want anything like that.
Oh, well, that's sad.
Yeah.
So they're not that bad then. They're not bad enough to win a Razzie.
Well, so I think the first one. I mean, the first one's the only good one.
I haven't watched any of them.
I even forgot what the second one is. Oh, the second one's terrible. Oh, but the first one's the only decent one.
I still maintain the only funny joke in that trailer for the fourth one is the zombie becomes human and then gets bitten by a zombie and comes back to being a zombie. That is the only funny thing to happen in that entire trailer, and I stand by that. So let's move on to gaming.
Yeah,
I don't have a better transition.
games. You all of games and stuff. I don't know where I'm going with this. We've lost the control of the newser. Yay!
Woo!
And we're going to go through some old news about Epic buying out Sony for certain things. Again.
Buying game exclusives.
Yes. Apparently, Epic offered Sony $200 million to put the PlayStation exclusives onto the Epic Store.
Some of them.
Of course, some of us. Too many, but still. And Sony still denies it.
Yes. Well, I mean, they probably deny the fact that they wanted these to happen. But again, Epic versus Apple's lawsuit has revealed documents and stuff like this, and everything coming out. And so, individual tactics, contact Sony, first-party IP titles, offer extended at 200 million MG plus for 4 to 6 titles, awaiting feedback. And then it's just like, hey, look, we want your console exclusive stuff. We'll pay you 200 million to port them, and then just have them on the Epic Store, which has kind of happened because the Horizon, Death Stranding, Dead Days Gone were all PlayStation exclusives, and then have gone to PC. So I mean, it eventually happened. So maybe Sony did get paid 200 million by Epic, but they're also on Steam, so. Maybe Steam paid some money.
I feel like this is just for Epic exclusivity. Epic wants to have these games on their store because they know.
Oh, yeah. I'd like it if Sony partnered with Epic. It'd be a lot easier.
How much better would it be if I could get the Spider-Man games on PC? That's the only thing I want. I don't want anything else.
Oh, they'll never give you Spider-Man. Sony holds Spider-Man like a fucking knife to your chest and threatens to stab you every time you try and leave. You don't want to have Spider-Man anymore? Well, you get this knife ever closer into your chest. If you try and leave us because you want Spider-Man, if you leave, you lose Spider-Man. This knife will just stab you. You want to leave? Stabby, stabby.
It is amazing just how much of a hold they have on that character. They know how much that character means to the company.
It's the most expensive character in terms of profits for toys. It beats like every superhero by like tenfold.
I suppose the next closest one will be Batman.
It was Superman for a while.
Probably still an animated show I haven't seen.
Also, I think it beats Star Wars as well. Like it's the highest toy, like in terms of like.
It's just
money.
Spider-Man.
Like,
Even the thing is, when I was growing up, I always remember watching Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
The Spider-Man
even
films.
if they're bad,
It's just
I like them. I like all of them. I don't think there's some bad moments in them, but ultimately they're all good.
I'm sure Sony has a price to put the exclusive games on the Epic Store. It's probably a high price, but I'm sure they have a price.
Well, they've already ported some games, so I mean, they've clearly had the price paid, so why not?
I'm just saying, if Sony ever bring their Xbox Game Pass equivalent for PC, for their exclusive games for PC,
if Sony ever does it, they'll bring out their own thing that still ties them into the Sony universe, but it would just be on PC, and you'll still buy all your shit on the Sony store.
They may even make just like a PlayStation Store on PC. Simple as that.
At some point, they probably will. Because they have been... Sony has been rumoring to port more stuff on... They bought a fucking PC port game maker.
Yes, we have discussed this on another episode of TFE at some point.
Yeah, they bought like Nix or something.
Something like that.
Ports console games to PC, so I mean, they're definitely considering doing it. I doubt you'll get like God of War, The Last of Us, The Uncharted. I imagine they'll do like lesser titles that people are still like happy to go onto other consoles. So like Days Gone and Horizon Zero Dawn, they're like good first party titles, but yeah, they're not as beloved. So you can kind of dump them onto PC and have people grow to love them on PC and stuff like that. Whereas your Uncharted, your God of Wars, they're Sony like they're why you buy a PlayStation. They'll never get rid of those.
Yeah, they know they have to have them.
They're console sellers. Horizon is a console seller, but not as it probably is now because of how
Horizon
well that came.
went onto PC.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But it was probably a shock to Sony how popular that game was because it sold quite well.
Yeah, they probably didn't quite expect it to be such a good game.
Yeah. I don't think you'll see the second one for a while on PC. I imagine it'll be like, hey, look, everyone's bought it on PlayStation. What we'll do, we have no more people buying it on PlayStation. Port it to PC, get all the money off the PC players.
Or what they might do is bring sort of the first generation of the games onto PC, so then you get hooked onto it and then want to buy a PlayStation for the second one. For example, they might bring the first Spider-Man onto PC, and then keep the second one on.
Sony will never do that.
Yeah, but the first one doesn't
Again,
stop selling now.
Nope, the knife. Nope, knife. They'll never take the Spider-Mans away from the Sony unless someone buys Sony.
Unless you have a Sony PC.
Back to Marv.
They'll make the Sony PC that so just because Spider-Man, nothing else.
Yeah, they'll probably do that before they give it to anyone else.
Well, no, I mean, if they make their own PlayStation Store on PC, they'll probably put the first Spider-Man on there.
No, it'll just be the PlayStation Store. You'll just buy everything and it will just... Only some games will work on, but you'll still be able to buy. It'll just be the web browser and it'll just be, here's a fucking store. You can buy all our stuff on there and some games will run on PC. Simple.
Well, going from Sony to Xbox, apparently Halo Infinite will be released without the campaign, co-op, or Forge at launch.
No, campaign co-op, not campaign.
That's what I
co-op.
meant. Yeah.
You'll get campaign and you'll get multiplayer, but you won't get the co-op campaign or the whatever the other thing is, Forge mode. They're releasing it in the season passes later on in the year because this game is not finished and they just want to get it out.
The game still looks terrible.
Yes, and they just want to get it out at this point because they have to keep delaying it and they don't want to just keep delaying it so that they have all the stuff.
I mean, it's getting better from these images. However, it's just the grass. The grass looks so bad.
Also, their problem is they're making it day one exclusive to Xbox Game Pass, so everyone will just get it Xbox day one Xbox Day Pass, and they'll just play the free multiplayer mode if they want to play the free multiplayer mode, and so they're not going to make much money off this except through skins. They're not going to get money off the co-op, so why would they not just release that later? They just want to get the free multiplayer out, so you buy skins and cosmetics and shit like that, and they just want to get the campaign out so that people shut the fuck up about the campaign and they can just play it.
Yes, but it still looks terrible.
Yes. And the Forge is where some of the most creative player-generated modes have come from. So it's basically their map editor sort of thing, where you can design your own game modes and creating custom maps. But these all will just release at different parts of the year at different times because they're doing it season by season. So
basically means the campaign will never be finished.
So basically, campaign co-op comes in Season 2 and Forge comes in Season 3. And the campaign and multiplayer will come in Season 1. And then all the other stuff that they've promised will come in like Season 4 and 5 and all of that shit.
It's all just a bit of a mess, really, isn't it? As soon as they lost Bungie, I think at that point it was just done.
Well, Halo is like Xbox's
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, yep. They
They'll
held
never let
that
it
knife
go.
to their chit. Well, they have, because Microsoft doesn't care about Halo as much as Sony cares about Spider-Man.
That is true. Xbox don't care about games; they just care about Game Pass.
Basically, what Xbox has is if you ever hold an elastic band, like one of those really big ones, it's just the person walking away slowly and slowly and slowly. And eventually, Microsoft's either going to let go or you're going to let go. And it's dependent on which one lets go first, who it's going to hurt more, whether or not. Microsoft lets go of the Halo rubber band and it whacks the person in the face who held on too tight. Or you're going to let go of the rubber band and it's going to hurt Microsoft financially because you're not buying Halo anymore. Whereas Sony has a knife to your chest and just stabs you if you leave. So
You will not leave.
no. And speaking of things that people can never leave alone, COD.
Yay!
We got a new one.
New trailer. Spoiler alert, it's World War II again.
And it's called Vanguard.
I mean, it does look somewhat interesting, the campaign.
It visually looks very nice, but it is a cinematic, so...
The game
take
won't
that
look
with a
that
grain of
nice.
salt. No.
No chance.
I can't give two shits about this, honestly. It looks nice, but I have stopped giving a shit about COD.
Yeah.
Since
Um,
they fucked up the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 remaster and didn't add special ops or campaign or co-op or any multiplayer, and it was just campaign. Who gives a shit about the campaign? Just add the multiplayer and the special ops. That's all I wanted from that fucking game, and I would have paid you millions of pounds that I don't have, and I would have stolen from crypto miners.
Yes, it's very true. Also, it's Sledgehammer making it again, and they failed making Cold War. They had to give up on it.
Which one's Cold War? That one was terrible.
The one that's just come out, the most recent one.
Wait, what?
Cold War is the most recent one.
Wait, why are they doing this one then? Don't they
I
rotate
don't know.
every 3 studios?
It's supposed to be, yes. So it was Sledgehammer, then Infinity...
Raven and then...
Wait, which one did it go? No, because Sledgehammer, then Treyarch, then Infinity Ward. And then it did that twice.
Who's Raven?
There's like a fourth one that kind of just steps in. So
Oh.
Cold War was going to be made by Sledgehammer and Raven, but then apparently it was just a complete and utter mess. So then Treyarch stepped in and finished it off. So the campaign is actually done by Sledgehammer and Raven. The rest of the game is done by Treyarch. And then somehow Sledgehammer's got another game again.
Fair enough.
So Cold War only had a 2-year development cycle.
How long do they normally have? Like 3 years, 4 years?
Yes, 3 years.
Hmm.
And that is a lot. There's 2 years for a game nowadays. It's a long time. That's so short. You need 3 years minimum.
Well, that's why fucking Assassin's Creed were like yearly, because they had like a year cycle to build the game, and just that's why they all felt the same. And then they finally went, okay, we'll give you 2 years to make the game, and you can make a different sort of game.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
just like,
you can't
finally.
make a different game every year, every 2 years. It doesn't work.
Especially blockbuster games like AAA.
Also, even though
can't-
it is a 3-year development cycle, that one studio still has to continuously update the game for a year. So
Yes.
really, it's only 2 years.
Yes.
But this Cold War was only a year.
Yes.
It was chaos. It was just, it's not good. That's the reason why it's so broken in so many places. And then Warzone's another mess because Treyarch couldn't hold it. They couldn't update it, so they gave it to Raven instead.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like COD's gonna hit a point where they have to like drop the yearly release cycle.
I thought that'd be now, but they're somehow continuing on with it.
I'm surprised because Warzone seems to be doing really, really well for them. So I'm surprised that they aren't leaning more into Warzone.
If I'm honest,
And-
I am now excited a bit more for Warzone. I haven't played Warzone for probably about six months now. Maybe longer than that, actually.
I don't remember that the last time I played Warzone was. I haven't played COD in ages.
I mean, last time I really played Warzone was when Modern Warfare took hold of it. Soon as Treyarch took hold of it, I didn't enjoy it. And Raven took over after that, and I just haven't played it since. So this looks a bit more interesting, making Warzone maybe World War II based. It's a free-to-play game, so I'll take that. I'll play it then. I'll take a pinch of salt, might play it. Maybe it might get better.
I
However,
like the campaign for Modern Warfare, the new one.
what do you mean? Wait, what?
I'm just trying to think what was the last time I enjoyed a COD, and it was just kind of the campaign
I
for
enjoyed
Modern
Modern
Warfare.
Warfare.
I didn't love it. I mean, the last time I've actually had fun playing a COD is Black Ops 3.
Yes, but that was probably not so much the game. It was probably just more the socializing with it.
Yeah, but
That game on
It
its
was
own,
fun.
I imagine. I don't really, unless apart from the zombies, I don't enjoy it on my own.
I like that one because I like the jumping, and I like this. I'm future COD. I hate World War CODs. Like I like future CODs. All the ones that are like the future, and the ones with all the actual modern stuff and all the like
You liked
advanced
Infinite
tech.
Warfare.
Surprisingly, a little bit. Not as much. I never finished. I liked the campaign. I never finished it, but I did enjoy it. I hated the fucking multiplayer.
I think I've only ever done 3 COD campaigns, and I've owned 6.
Yeah, I used to
CODs.
do all of them. Like playing the COD campaigns was the fun thing to do, and then I just stopped because I stopped liking COD, and I was just like, ugh. And I used to be a diehard COD fan. I bought all the CODs. I've just stopped buying CODs because I'm like, it's 60 quid or 70 quid or 80 quid or whatever you decide to buy, and then the next year you just pay for the same thing again, and it's always broken and shit, and everyone hates it, and all the lobbies are shite, and no one likes playing in them.
Well, it's just, there's so
everyone
many
can-
hackers. There really
Oh,
is
yeah.
so many. It just ruins the game. That's why
And
no one
just like,
plays
well-
it. It's like, if someone's hacking, we don't want to play it.
And it's like impossible to find. Like your friends want to play it, and then they just play it all the time. And I'm just like, can we play something else? And it's like, nope. And then you just kind of sat there, and then you kind of just grow to despise it because everyone's just playing it, and you don't want to play it, and you kind of feel like you have to play it if you want to be.
Yeah, I
people.
get what you mean.
And I'm just like, but I don't want to.
I felt the same
I
about
don't
Fortnite.
enjoy playing it. See, I like Fortnite. It's just once people stop playing it, I was just like, well, that's sad. And then I haven't gone back to Fortnite since.
Well, let's
And
talk
we'll get
about
to
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
We'll talk about Fortnite
Yes.
now. We'll move on to it. It's a nice
Yes.
transition. Among Us Dev has now spoke out about the Fortnite's controversial new imposters mode.
Yeah, so you liked Among Us? You liked Fortnite? Well, Fortnite just added Among Us to Fortnite.
Yeah,
Blatantly.
it is so similar.
So basically, this is their new imposter mode where 2 players in a lobby of like 8 or something.
There's still 10.
Couple.
Still 10 people.
10, yep. 2 of them are killers, and they go around a map trying to complete tasks and get stabbed by 2 people in Fortnite.
Yeah, this is Among Us. It's the exact same. Apart from there's no events.
Yeah. Although they could have probably done vents.
They may not want to because of copyright infringement.
Oh yeah,
It's a
but
bit
the thing is,
changes somehow.
the Among Us devs, Inner Sloth, I think, are the devs, were trying to work with Fortnite developer Epic to actually do a collab at some point, and Epic just went, nah, fuck it, mate, we'll just do it our own, and just basically steal it. And
I
that
do
just
feel
sucks.
sorry for Innisloff in a way. I think they've made millions off this, but there's only 3 or 4 of them in the team. It's not a lot.
I think they've upped it because of how popular it is, and they have kind of upped the amount of people just to get all those new like stuff out, that new map and everything. I think they did.
Yeah, but I think now they're probably just.
It's still probably less than 10 people.
Yeah, it's not gonna be many. And even now, they've now opened up to Steam Workshop, I think, so you can now get custom maps and stuff.
Oh yeah, mods and everything, and people are just doing that because they're like, well, the community can do a better job than we can.
Yeah, there's more
we
people.
Just have to serve. Yeah, more people, more maps. There's the Town of Us mod, which is like pretty popular at the moment. There were loads of mods at some stage. They were all like fun. I enjoyed watching them.
Yes, but it does seem like a lot of people are now trying to steal Among Us' thunder. I mean, technically, Among Us is a rip-off of Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Yeah.
Because I believe that was the first game to do it.
Well, yeah, it's also Town of... There's a lot of games like it.
I know COD's also got a game mode for that as well. They just bought a game mode for it.
Yeah. But it's the same with the Battle Royale. As soon as something popular becomes, every studio goes, fuck, pivot, go make that. And then it comes out 4 years later and no one gives a shit.
Yes, you've got to be innovative. That's the whole point.
Yeah, like the reason why it was popular and why like Splitgate currently is popular is because it's an
different.
old premise. Yeah, it's different. It's fun.
Something new to look into. Different tactics. You got something a bit more challenging your brain. It's not just the same derivative thing over and over again.
It is, but it's different.
No, but it is the whole portal mechanic is a lot more to get your head around. There's a lot more thinking about how you can do good plays. It's not so much, I'm just going to camp in the corner and shoot everybody. Instead, I'm going to strategically place a portal and camp in the corner and shoot somebody.
Yep. But, yeah, I don't know who's playing this. Like, I know it's probably a limited time mode.
I don't think it is.
No, I think it is. I think they probably had to, because otherwise if they had it in the game forever, they'd probably get sued.
Maybe. Although
because it's a
Innisloff
limited
is so
time
small
mode.
and they probably don't have the effort like, yes.
Well, I'm sure they have a case if they wanted to, but yeah. And it just sucks that they wanted to work with them. And it's just that, nah, fuck you.
Yeah, it's a bit sad, isn't it, really?
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the map comparison, though, it's blatantly obvious they just copied the map from Among Us.
100%. It's so similar.
Oh, yeah. It's ridiculous. But, hey, what you gonna do?
I mean, it's got nice graphics.
I mean... It's Fortnite graphics. If you like Fortnite's graphics, then yeah. I didn't hate them, but yeah. Speaking of Epic, though, Rocket League will move to Unreal Engine 5.
I completely forgot Epic owns Rocket League.
Well, they do now, because they own Psionic.
Yeah.
Because they bought them. And I mean, cool. I like Rocket League. Having Rocket League run on Unreal Engine 5 might be cool.
I don't think it needs it.
I mean, it would be visually, and maybe it might solve some of the lag issues.
I don't think it would.
And it might run faster.
Only thing is, maybe it'd be easier to make maps, because at the minute maybe it's quite difficult to make maps, and Unreal Engine 5 is so simple. They could probably just bang out 20 new maps instantly. That's why I'm so confused. Why does it take so long to make one map in Rocket League? It's not complicated. It's such a simple concept.
Physics engine? I imagine it's probably something to do with their physics engine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might be something to do with that.
They don't want the ball coming out of the field and like all of that, and the cars have to have impact radiuses, and the ball has to move. And like it's probably like video game designing is very difficult, and I understand why it takes a long time.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of coding involved.
But the whole premise is once you have it all designed, it's so much easier to just swap it out with something else. So
yeah.
The whole reason why I say it's so much easier to develop a Rocket League map is because every map is the same. For example, for the most part, unless you go for the lab ones. Every other map is identical. They have the same pads in the same order, in the same size arena, but the goal is in the exact same position with the same height. It's all the exact same map, just different designs. And it's not that difficult to change the design. You can just change the assets.
You make them then, Dan. You go over to Psionic.
I'm saying, if you have like 5 people, I'm sure they can make more than one map at a time. You just change the assets and it's done.
I'm sure they can. I'm not disputing. I'm just saying. You go do it. You're so
probably
good.
Could, to be fair. Although, to be fair, unless it is through the game engine. Maybe the game engine's so difficult and so outdated, it takes so long to do.
Well, it was a PlayStation 4 game.
Well, it was a PS3 game originally.
Was it?
Yeah, it was Supersonic Battle Cars. I think it's like Supersonic Aero Battle Cars. That's what it's called. And that is Rocket League. It was the very first. It was rebranded.
Fair enough. Never knew that. 8 years, 9 years.
There we go.
now?
It was supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars. That was Rocket League's original name. And if you look at a picture of it, it does look like Rocket League.
Fair enough. Still psionic?
It is still Psionic, yeah. Sonic made it. This was back in 2010, I think it was made. No, 2008. That's when it came out.
So yeah, 2008 engine.
Yeah, I think the system might have changed slightly since then.
Also, I imagine they fucked up because when they had to basically, I don't think it used Unreal Engine, and I think they had to port it over to Unreal Engine, which is why it caused so many problems when Epic bought them, because they basically had to port it so it would work on Epic. I can't remember, but that's why like there was the whole problems with like servers and everything.
It uses Unreal Engine 3.
Yeah. So I think they had to port it all over so it would work on the Epic store from the Steam store, and that's why it caused so many server issues because it fucked up so much stuff.
Well, it means it might get ray tracing now. Just then Unreal Engine 5 ray tracing.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them to fucking release a PS5 version. I imagine it will happen when they do
What of Rocket League?
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're doing a 120 hertz version.
Yeah. But I don't think it's out yet.
No, they are making it. I think they've announced they're coming out soon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just waiting for it because it needs it.
It does need it. I have said this time and time again. Rocket League is so much better at 120 hertz. It is unreal how much difference is. That was a pun, by the way.
I'm just shit at the game anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. And then on our last bit of news, Outriders dev says Square Enix yet to pay its royalty fee. So basically, they don't know how well the game has sold.
It's so stupid.
Because, yeah. So basically, I liked Outriders beta. I didn't buy the game because
me neither.
I wanted to, but it's so expensive, and there are other games that I wanted to buy. And no one wanted to play this, and it's a co-op game, and if you don't have people to play co-op games with, it's not fun. And it looks cool. It's like a Destiny clone, and as we all know, Destiny 2 is the superior game and crushes pretty much everyone when everyone tries to bring out a new one.
Until Destiny 2 is no longer supported in a couple of years.
Probably. And then Destiny 3.
Nah, it's not Destiny. They said they're stopping it now after a couple of years. After Lightfall comes out, they're stopping it.
Fair enough.
Well, I think they're going to do very limited updates. It's not going to be as frequent.
Yeah. I'd love them to go back and do a PS5 version of Destiny 1.
They would never do that.
They should, though. That would be so fucking sick if they just turned around and just released Destiny 1 on PS5. And even PC. I'd be happy if they did it on PC as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's never on PC, that one.
No. But yeah, it's basically, in a financial statement, Polish company People Can Fly said that up to 16th of August, it had not received royalties on the sale of the co-op-focused looter shooter from publisher Square Enix. Royalty would be paid to PCF if the net receipts from the sales of Outriders yielded the pre-agreed level of returns for Square Enix on the cost incurred relating to the quality, assurance, distribution, and marketing. Essentially, the contract sales PCF gets in its royalties on the profits only after Square Enix makes it back in its investment. So, the game hasn't made back its investments. So, essentially, the game is not doing that well.
If I'm honest, I'm not surprised. I feel like Square Enix is in a bit of trouble.
Yeah.
With
their Avengers game is flopping as
yeah.
well. Their Guardians of the Galaxy game is getting controversy because it's not, again, looking like the characters from the movie. It's like, who gives a shit? If it's fun, it's fun.
My problem with the characters in the Avengers game is that they're too much in the middle of looking not similar to the movie characters.
I don't care.
But also looking like the movie characters. But it just off-puts me. When I'm looking at it, it feels off. Because they want to get so close to it, with it not being the same characters. It feels like it should be the same characters. If they made it completely different and had all the suits, like the comic book suits, I would be fine with it.
They do have the comic book suits. That's the thing. They have all the comic book suits.
I don't think it does. I was watching it. When I was looking at it, it just didn't feel right, the design of the characters.
So many of them have the comic book suits. A lot of people love the comic book suits.
No, but that isn't the comic suits.
There are. A lot of them are comic book suits.
I mean, you might be able to change the skins to the comic book suits. But I mean, the defaults aren't. And the defaults just don't look right.
Yeah, and then you just change them with skins. Who gives a shit?
I mean, I played the beta, right? So I don't play much more than that. But the beta just off-put me. Also, the beta was so glitchy.
Yeah, it's not great. I'm looking forward to the Wolf of Wakanda, though. That looks fun.
Isn't that out now?
But yes, but I am again. My problem with it is when I played the game, I stopped playing the game, and then I went back to play the game on PS5, and it didn't save any of my stuff, and then it just wiped all my save progress. And so when I went back to my PS4, it still wasn't there. And so I'd have to go back and play all the stuff that I'd already played, and I got quite far into it. And I enjoyed it, but I didn't really want to do all of it again because it was kind of grindy, and no one was playing it, and it's a co-op game, and you kind of want to play with other people.
That is true. That is very true.
Until other people want to play that game, I probably won't go back to it. Or I find people who want to play. But yeah, it just kind of sucks that this game isn't doing that well, because it looks fun. And honestly, I think if they made it a free-to-play shooter, maybe it would have done better and just had payable
It
stuff
does
in
feel, I do feel like kind of free-to-play games are the way to go right now, to actually get your game out somewhere. I do like the good old campaign game that has a good, solid campaign.
Yeah, I like it. Depends. Like, shooters at this stage have just become free-to-play.
If I'm honest, I think most multiplayer games nowadays should be free to play.
Yeah.
Because it's so difficult to get your friends to go and buy something that they're not interested in. But if it's free to play, they give it a go. They're like, oh yeah, we'll give it a go. And then if you both enjoy it, it's fantastic.
Well, Rocket League, when it launched on PlayStation Plus, mainly the reason why it was so successful because it was free.
Exactly, yeah.
Fall Guys, free. Among Us, like £2. Like,
well, free on mobile, though.
Yeah, free on mobile, but £2 on Steam, so not that expensive, not that much of a risk. Whereas AAA games nowadays are so expensive at like £60, £70. PlayStation games are now £70.
It's so much money.
Yeah. And it's just like, hey, maybe just like, I know people hate free-to-play stuff, but you don't have to buy it, and then you get the game for free. Just don't buy the skins. People will still buy the skins. Like, you don't have to buy the skins. That's the thing.
No.
But people will buy the skins, and that's why the game will still be successful when you don't want to play it anymore.
I actually did buy the Rocket Pass on Rocket League, but it's because once you buy one Rocket Pass, it gives you all of them for free afterwards, if you just don't spend the coins.
I just don't care enough to pay for it because I don't play it enough.
Oh, I play it lots.
I don't play the games enough to... The only game I ever played enough was Destiny 2 to buy the Battle Pass, and then I stopped playing, and then I stopped buying the Battle Passes because I was just like, I don't play this game
I got them
anymore.
all within the same DLC. So I've never actually finished one, but I think I paid £40 for Beyond Light and all 4 season
I still have enough
passes.
silver to buy a Battle Pass if I wanted to and play it.
Well, I think I'm going to do
need
the
more.
same with Witch Queen as I did for Beyond Light, which is get all 4 seasons with the DLC.
Well, that's tech. That's not tech. That's gaming.
That's gaming.
Let's move on to tech and science shenanigans.
Yes, but we're not really talking about much more science. It's more tech.
Yes.
And first of all, we're going to cover some of last week's news, sort of. Last week, a hacker stole $600 million of crypto, and he's been offered a job and a reward from the company he stole from.
Yeah. White hat hackers, mate. They're the way to go. Don't be a cunt hacker. Don't be a COD hacker.
Yes, just, like, find your vulnerabilities in your game and report them to those people.
Yes. But yeah, good for him.
Yeah, I mean, that's quite...
He still has some of the money, though.
Yeah.
So unless he just decided to give that back to get the job, then I imagine it's pretty good for him. But yeah, that's that story. It's just a little update from last week. Just keep you in the know-how.
Yeah, it's not much else to it. It's just it's sort of interesting, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And then we've had more stuff from the past, Dan. Do you remember Boston Dynamics, Dan?
Yes. The old favourite on this podcast. We do love our Boston Dynamics.
So it's been a while since we've talked about Atlas.
It is.
Because we've been talking about the Spot Dog a lot. We've been talking about dogs coming in and killing you. Well, here's a humanoid robot who can do parkour.
It is pretty cool.
You can't even escape him on the streets. Also, the fact that they had to release a video with all the failures on this just to keep people from going, we're fucked. Cause
yeah, I mean, people are thinking like, the robots can do many things. No, engineers can spend a lot of time to do these things.
We're a long way away from it being perfected. This is just them doing it over and over and over again to perfect it.
Also, these robots aren't doing it like because of the train environment. They are programmed to do these things
to do this
in this place. It won't work anywhere else.
No, it's designed to do it on that specific course at that specific moment with those specific circumstances at that specific thing.
Yes.
And then if it goes off that path, it fucks up and crashes and
there's a reason why it takes so long to do.
Yeah. And also they have to show you the video of all the scratches and all the broken parts and all the...
It probably cost a lot of money just to make that one video.
Oh, yeah. But it's impressive tech. And it's going to have a competitor.
Yes, going from one robot to another. Elon Musk is releasing humanoid robots next year. And these are creepy. The Boston Dynamic ones are kind of cute. These ones are creepy.
So, if anyone has watched Mitchell's versus the Machine, Elon Musk has basically done what the CEO in that movie did and created a human-like robot that is meant to be a maid and replace your smartphone and all that shit just to do stuff for you.
I feel like we're becoming Detroit Become Human.
Never played that. I wanted to.
It's such a good game. Also, it's where artificial intelligence makes androids come to life.
Yeah.
And they actually have life and they know they exist.
Yeah, so it's called the Tesla Bot, a humanoid robot that uses much of the tech found in Tesla's car to perform such tasks as getting groceries or attaching a bolt to a car with a wrench. Oh, and a prototype is set to be ready next year. The Tesla Bot will stand at 5'8", so I'm taller than it, and will weigh approximately 125 pounds. I don't weigh that much. Unfortunately, those who fear a possible robot uprising, the team at Tesla is building the Tesla Bot in a way that you can run away from it.
What do you mean? Hang on. What do you mean you're not 125 pounds?
I'm not. I don't know what 125 pounds.
How many kilos are you?
Like 75?
Well, I'm 72 and I was 158.
Okay, so I weigh more than it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fucking use pounds. I have more cash than that.
Do you?
At one point I won't, but I'm sure for now I do. Yeah, the goal is seen in some of the Tesla Bot spec, which give it a top speed of 5 miles per hour, a carry capacity of 45 pounds, a deadlift of 150, and an arm that extend lift of 10 pounds. Yeah, and I mean, it's a humanoid robot.
I mean, I could still run faster than it.
On
However,
a good day.
That probably won't stop running after me, and I'll probably get tired out.
Well, that's the thing that helped humans survive, is we have stamina on our side, but a robot has more stamina.
Yeah.
Like, unless its batteries die, but it could have solar panels on its head.
As long as it doesn't know it exists.
Nah, Elon will program it just for the lols.
Like, I think that's what will overthrow humanity. If another being know they exist. Because at the minute, as far as I'm aware, no other being on this planet knows they exist.
I think bees know they do.
I think they do.
That's why they suicide so much. Like existential dread.
I don't think they know what they're doing.
They know what they're happening, and they know what pollution's doing to their environment. They're like, oh fuck, let's just kill ourselves. It's not worth it. Let's fuck these humans over.
Apparently, bees don't know. They don't know. They don't know it will kill them for this thing.
Nah, they know. They know. Scientists don't know, but they know. They're just self-killing themselves because they've seen what the planet is, and they're just like, nope, we're taking you with us, humans. Fuck you.
Here's a very quick strange fact. Apparently, worker bees are more related to their sisters than their children.
Fun.
Incest?
Beecest.
Yes.
The best. The best beecest.
And talking about the best, OnlyFans...
Oh, speaking of incest.
OnlyFans is banning pornography. The very thing that made it popular.
Yes. So this is basically to bring in advertisers and promote themselves as a competitor to YouTube and Patreon and all of those things. And this is going to backfire on them like a fucking bullet to the leg.
If I'm honest, I won't be surprised. So I think this is in October, it's getting banned, and I won't be surprised by December time they revert it.
Okay, so technically, although the headlines are banning porn, they're not banning nudity.
No.
You can still free the nipple, you can still, I imagine, show penis, but you can't do outrageous, gratuitous acts. Like, it will be along the lines of, like, YouTube's policy, unless it's for, like, educational purposes.
Yes. So it'll probably just be showing pictures.
Yeah.
Not so much videos.
No finger in finger hole.
Yes, no, none of that.
Yeah. So you can expect our OnlyFans to be set up after October.
Yes. Please donate generously to our OnlyFans, and then I'll show a shirtless pic. There you go.
Yeah, I'll free the nipple. I'm happy to do that.
Everyone can see my hairy chest.
You won't see face, legs, or anything, and it might not be my nipple, but you'll see a nipple.
You see a nipple. You also see a picture of our eyes. Just one eye. I just zoomed in.
I'll take a photo of a gorilla's eyes, and that will be mine.
Yes, please donate to our OnlyFans.
I'll show gorilla penis. We'll go hardcore.
Why?
But yeah, I don't know. Someone's into that. Someone will pay money to watch that.
Probably somewhere.
If people pay for hentai, I'm sure people will pay for a gorilla penis.
That is true. I mean, OnlyFans people do make so much money.
Oh, poor Belle Delphine. Oh, what's she gonna do?
And Lauren Alexis.
Retire on her millions that she's already made. Who knows? After making one sex tape.
Yeah.
Did she ever make another one?
I don't think so.
I watched her sex tape. It was boring as fuck. It's just so generic. For a girl who's that crazy, you'd think it would be interesting. It was boring.
You would have thought there's like a squid in there somewhere or a furry thing.
It had some festive stuff around it, but it wasn't. It was just vag and dick and a blowjob, and a bad one at that.
What? What do you mean?
It just looked bad. Like, porn is, stylized.
Yeah.
This was just like handheld, like boring, like like it was just camera on tripod. There was no like interesting shots. It was just tripod sex on a table.
How are you now a critic in this category?
I don't know. I watched it, and I have to say something about her. Otherwise, I'm just the creep who watched Belle Delphine's porn. Also, I didn't. Okay, I gotta state this. I didn't jack off to it. All I did was watch it for purely scientific reasons. It came up pirated. I didn't pay for this.
You watched it for educational purposes.
Pretty much. I was just like curious. I was just like, fuck it. I'll watch it, see what it is. I'll skip through a bunch of it because I don't give a shit about any of what happens. I just want to see if it's interesting. If it's as crazy as that girl is. And it's not. It's boring as fuck. I don't know why people paid for it.
Maybe this is why OnlyFans is stopping their...
I like how this is now on the internet, Dan.
Well, everything you've just said.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, we have said a few controversial things, I suppose.
That's fine. Someone will clip this, and in 6 years or so, I'll be running for Prime Minister in the United Kingdom, and someone will just play that in my campaign, and I'll become Prime Minister because this country is a hellhole.
When I get cancelled on Twitter.
Also, she is British. She is British,
yeah.
Yeah, support the British. The thing is, though, OnlyFans gently did do a good thing for the porn industry because it gave sex workers an actual platform where they aren't getting, like, fucked over. And now they've just basically gone, nah, fuck you. You got us big and popular and we don't care about you anymore.
It will get replaced.
I imagine this will get returned. Like, the thing is, they're doing it for investors. And no investor is going to do anything with this. And because none of the platform content holders, because people who go on it are going to have the stigma of porn. It's going to take years for that stigma to go away.
Yeah.
And no one, like, I know people do use that platform for non-sexual content, but who the fuck's going to go on that going, like, this is a great way to promote my business?
It is pretty
like, we do it as a joke. And it's just like, well, if the people aren't there who are driving your traffic, then what's there to advertise to?
Actually, I don't think it would change in November. It would change after the first quarter because that's how businesses work. Public businesses work. So there's always quarters. So once after the first quarter of its announcement or changing, then it will be like, oh, we're down 25% in sales or like 50% in sales. Let's revert this.
The fun thing I liked about this was that literally like the day before they'd announced their TV app or whatever it was,
like OnlyFans
and it was
TV.
the safe of work version, and it was like, this one is the one without porn, and we'll have the other one with porn. And then the next day they went, nah, we're just getting rid of porn, mate. We'll just have all of it.
Well, don't be surprised in a couple of months or weeks we revert the decision and go, yep, they changed their mind. Because I think everyone's expecting this at some point.
Oh, yeah. As soon as, like, there's another one similar to OnlyFans called, like, Fansly. And they had so much traffic that their servers broke.
Yeah, because since this happened, they're like, oh, we're going to go do this now. So we'll just do this. So I can make money this way. Because, this is what's making the money.
Yeah. And also, I imagine most of those people can just retire off the money they've made.
It's so... I don't understand it. Like, if you look at... Is it Belle Delphine's like £40 a month or something?
Yeah.
I don't know the exact figures because I
think it's like 30. I think it's 30. I think it's £30 a month to, like, unlock it. And then, I think, yeah.
I think you can get 1,000 or something.
No idea. I know Kim Kardashian, I think, has got one.
It's so stupid.
The thing is, I think what it is you pay 30 quid... And then you get a message box where you get sent... Like, there's the Facebook feed where it shows all the things from that person in the public. And then you still have to pay for the videos that they send you.
It's just a lot of money, isn't it?
So if you pay the monthly subscription to see some stuff, and then they send you, like, a message, and it's got, here, buy this bundle for, like, 40 quid, and you can see me suck a dude's dick or something. And it's just like, okay, cool. I'm not going to do that.
Why not?
I don't.
You don't want to do that?
I'll just wait for them to upload it to a pirate site.
Yeah. And then you watch it for educational purposes.
Yes, educational purposes. Kids, don't watch this.
How have we
It's
talked
bad.
for this long about this?
It's porn. Everyone watches porn.
We should move on.
People. Well, let's talk about Google. They host porn.
What?
They host porn.
Do they?
Yeah.
Where?
They have browsers, and browsers host porn and Google Images.
That's
Images,
true. That's true, isn't it? Let's be honest.
You type in boobs, you get boobs.
Anyway, let's go to
Type.
some more old news. Google, remember when it was reported that they were going to buy Epic Games? Well, apparently they were going to buy it with Tencent.
Yeah, the people who already own a percentage stake in Epic Games.
Tencent, the company that seemed to own everything to do with gaming.
And movies, and any American company. Gaming, video,
They're just always there.
sports. They own the NFL, or a lot of them. It's a big Chinese company that people are suspicious of. It's creepy and unnecessary.
You've done that pretty well, I'm not going to lie.
Thank you. I had no idea where that was going to go.
I'm impressed you did that much.
Thank you. I was running on fumes trying to think of words that rhymed.
You did good.
Thank you. But yeah, this is just more stuff about, hey, look, how was Google going to try and buy Epic? Well, let's team up with Tencent to just do this.
Maybe then Epic would actually earn money.
Yeah, they spend a lot trying to get exclusive for their fucking platform.
I think the whole premise behind it is if they spend enough money, eventually they'll be able to reap the benefits. They're just
I think they're not gonna. I think it's predicted they won't make a profit until 2027.
But I suppose at that point, maybe they will make just so much money.
Well, yeah, they also own the engine that every game will be developed on for the next.
That is true. Unreal Engine 5 is insane. Everyone's gonna be using it. I wish Destiny 2 could be made in it, but that'd be so much
Destiny.
work to do.
I like the Destiny engine.
It has its problems.
Yeah, but so does every engine.
I think Unreal Engine 5 is still a bit too soon. It needs a little bit more work to it first.
Well, it's in open beta at the moment.
Yeah,
so you can.
It's there. It's getting there. It is an amazing. It's an amazing engine though.
Yeah. And then speaking of the next generations of stuff, Dan, do you want to explain graphics cards to people?
Ah, yes, graphics cards once again. For those who don't know, there are two big players in the graphics cards market.
Yes.
AMD and Nvidia. Well, now Intel is going to be taking on both of them with its own graphics cards. Now, this has been known for a while, but they finally released their Arc brand, which is going to be known, well, it was known as Alchemist, and it's going to be in desktops and laptops in early 2022.
Yes. And is it competitive or is it just cheap?
The recent leaks do state it will be competitive.
Well, that's good.
Yes, everyone can all agree that it's all good.
Competition fuels
I think it's also rumored
innovation.
that it's going to have much more supply.
Well, that's good because I know a lot of people who want graphics cards and can't get them.
Yeah, I mean, there's also people still saying the global chip shortage is going to remain an issue to 2023. So everyone, hold on to your crypto until 2023, people. That's when crypto will crash.
Probably will.
But before then, while there's still a lack of chips, it's just going to keep going up.
But yeah, I mean, competition fuels innovation. So if Nvidia and AMD have some competition,
well,
it will
amazingly,
probably force them to be better.
So this generation that just came out was twice the performance of the year before, which has never happened before. It's usually an increase of like 10 or 20%. This one has been like 100% better. And the next generation is also rumored to be 100% better.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, this is the most things have leaped forward for ages. And we're actually supposed to be going to a point now where things aren't supposed to be leaping forward this much.
Yeah. But this is why people are worrying about the AI situation. Because, hey, look, our graphics cards and all our programming and software is getting better and better exponentially fast. Eventually, our predictions that were wrong for these, what if we're wrong about AI?
Well, as long as AI doesn't know they exist, that is the big difference. Because as soon as a being knows it exists, it's bad.
It gets that knife and stabs you.
Yes, because who knows what a being would do with that information.
Well, you look at the human race and what it's done.
A lot of bad things of murdering each other and taking over governments
also,
and crypto.
We are fully aware of the events in Afghanistan.
Yes, all of our thoughts and prayers go to those affected.
Yes, and all those funny videos of the Taliban riding bumper cars.
What? What?
Yeah, there's a video of the Taliban riding bumper cars. And also going to a gym and not understanding how gym equipment works. because they've lived in caves for most of their life and never used modern gym equipment.
Yeah. Well, we're not a political podcast.
There's some strange stuff coming out of that. I like the funny stuff. The sad stuff I try to avoid.
Yes, it's all very
The
depressing.
Taliban with AK-47s driving bumper cars, smashing into each other. Funny.
Yep.
The actual the stuff around it, bad. The Taliban not knowing how gym equipment works and running backwards on one of those running forward machines. Funny. Not knowing how leg presses work. Funny. But sad.
You done?
It's conflicting emotions. Yes.
Okay. Like I said,
Let's go on to recommend do and recommend.
Yeah,
do.
okay. That's something happier, happier on burst. What would you recommend this week?
I have been playing a lot of Splitgate.
Oh boy,
we mentioned
what is
it
that?
earlier. So it's portals and guns, and that's about it. Very
Excellent.
simplistic.
For those who don't know,
It's
Splitgate came out 2 years ago, and it was known as Splitgate Arena Warfare. It recently rebranded and became cross-platform, and now has seemed to have a massive uptake of player count.
because people are bored and don't have anything to play.
Yes, I mean we are now in the phase between new games. So this
And
month,
COVID has delayed pretty much everything. So
Yeah.
every game that was meant to come out or had been in development is now pushed back further and further. And
August
so,
and September are usually the two biggest months for new games. I think this is when Among Us became popular.
Yes. Yeah, around that time last year.
Yeah, so it's always around this time these kind of other older games get a bit more popular because no one's got anything to do. Everyone's just waiting for the new games to come out.
It's summer holidays in most places.
Yes, that is true. Also,
So, yes. So it's people have free time, pick it up, and then it carries on over.
I have also been playing Splitgate. I was getting good at it, and then I played Ranked, and ever since I played Ranked, I've been terrible.
Yeah, I haven't played Ranked yet.
It
unlocked
ruined. I don't know how. I got so bad at the game. I can't aim since. I don't know what's happened.
Yeah. It's fun, though. I enjoy it. It's just a nice little, makes your brain think.
Yes, the portal
Sure.
mechanic is sometimes difficult to get your head around. Also, sometimes you get killed from places, and you just question, how did I die? Where is this person?
Also, I don't... My two biggest issues with it, it needs to have a grapple when you jump mechanic. So when you hit the ledge of a
like
building,
a climb up thing.
a climb up thing, because it's super fucking annoying hitting the edge of something and then just dropping, and then your boost doesn't regen unless you're on the ground.
Actually, no, it does regen in the air.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you
Not quick
enough
enough.
boost. Not quick enough, and it doesn't give you enough boost to get back onto the ledge. And it's super annoying, and it ruins the flow, and it needs a slide button.
Yeah.
And they need to make it so that when you're in a group of friends, the party leader leaving the game and going back to the menu drags everyone else back so that people don't just go into games randomly and forget their friends are there when you're in voice chat.
Like I said, this game did come out 2 years ago, and it was pretty much forgotten about until recently.
Yeah, but they can now make improvements.
Well, it's not in
because
beta. It
people-
wasn't even beta before. It was just kind of there.
Oh, yeah. Also, they need to make the skins better because all the skins are ugly and they're so flat in terms of texture, and it really pisses me off.
Once again, the game is in beta, apparently, because it's,
I know, but
I'm
still.
sure they're working on it, and I'm sure eventually we'll have a new UI overhaul as long as the game makes money.
Yes. Dan, what are you recommending?
I'm recommending Daredevil. Now, I know this came out 6 years
the
ago.
movie? The one with Ben Affleck?
No, the TV show.
Oh,
The good one.
yes. The one I recommended to you.
Yes, it's been 6 years, I know, but I've only just started watching it, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So if you haven't started watching Daredevil, I'd recommend it.
It's not canon, but it might be canon because they might bring Charlie Cox back for SpiderMan.
That is why I started watching it. I was like, okay, maybe I should watch it just in case.
Yes. Watch all of Daredevil, watch all of Punisher, watch the first season of Jessica Jones. You can watch Luke Cage. That one's apparently good. No, I watched it myself. Iron Fist. Apparently the second season is good. First season is bad. Jessica Jones season 2 and 3 are mixed. And The Defenders is alright.
Thank you for your summation.
Thank you. And then for our don't recommend, I don't recommend having a bird wake you up at 6 a.m. by flying into your bedroom and then smashing its face into the middle window when you open two of the windows to let it out.
Excellent.
Cool.
So if any of you were thinking of doing that, don't do that.
Yeah, don't just happen to leave your window open the slightest bit and then have a little bird fucking come in through the tiniest gap in the window as you have it open just to keep your bedroom nice and cool during the night, and then go to bed at 2 a.m. and then plan to wake up at 10 a.m. to get your 8 hours of sleep, your 8 hours of beauty rest, and then fucking wake up at 6 a.m. because a bird somehow got into your bedroom, smashing itself against the bedroom wall. You go and try and open the window, and then it flies away, and then just darts its fucking head into the window in the middle, and then fucking knocks itself out, and then you have to think it's dead, and then you go to pick it up, and it fucking squawks at you, and then you have to hold on to it like a fucking terrified man, and then you just pop it out on top of your conservatory roof. And then just wait for it to fuck off.
It sounds like quite an emotional experience.
Yes. I was not prepared for it, and it annoyed me.
So sad.
But that, yes.
So sad you only got 4 houses.
And I don't recommend it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for listening to everybody. If you made it this far, well done. Give yourself a pat on the back. We're very happy.
And if you did enjoy it, rate and review us and do all of those fun things that other people tell you to do, because they help push this forward.
Yes.
And show people like it.
And feel free to leave a comment on, tell us what you did like, what you didn't like, and what we can improve on, because we were always willing to take suggestions and improve our show.
If they're relevant and useful and not critical.
And don't cost too much money, because we don't really have a lot of money to do this.
No, unless we start our Onlyfans.
Yes, and if you want us to do Onlyfans, let us know and we'll do one.
Also, check out our YouTube channel where we have some of these with video, where our latest TBO has a video for higher and lower.
Yes,
and
we do have kind of sort of bonus content on our YouTube channel occasionally.
Yes. But yeah, we'll see you on Saturday for TBO and Monday for the TFE.
Yes, we will see you next week.
Bye.